day 3. I didn't finish what I said I was going to do yesterday. I was too tired. So I'm just doing the side seam now. I am stitching the lining, the interlining and the curtain fabric all together. Just look at that. I've got to the bottom and it's like 2 inches longer. My measuring skills are obviously not what they were, or maybe they never were. Right, I have done each side seam, so now I'm going to turn them the right way round. Okay, so that's obviously the lining, that's the front, and right, so what I've got to do is bring the curtain fabric that you see at the front round so that the back is, it's got this little, oh I don't know what the word is, like a turning, so that they've got a nice edge. So I'm going to use the 2 inches as a guide. So I'm going to turn that, and actually my mum told me to cut it off, to cut off the interlining, but that gives a really nice sort of solid edge. So I'm not going to trim it away. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do that all the way down. I'm going to pin it and press it. And that will be, oh, and also another thing, some people, I've done this before, when I've put my lining on, I've taken 4 inches off the side to allow for this turning, because what's going to happen, obviously if it's going 2 inches in at this end, 2 inches in at the other end, I'm going to have 4 inches of extra fabric, which isn't good. But I've done it now, so I'll just have to put a little pleat on the lining. I'll have to do a little pleat there and another little pleat on the inside, just to get rid of that excess fabric so that the tops match up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if I were to just say sew it flat all along, I would get to the other end and it would be like this. There'd be like loads of fabric left, so I don't want that to happen. So I'll do the sides first and then I'll show you what I mean. I can hear Freddie and JJ in the other room. They're rubbing chairs down and I can hear Freddie saying, "You can't have done it that quick, you haven't done it properly." Right, I'm going to try not to ramble on too much, because I've already filled 1 card from the camera.
Would you like me to sling my hook?
No, you're fine.
Alright, fine. Freddie sometimes...
As long as you don't interrupt like you just have. A little guest appearance there by JJ. So I'm just pressing along so this is a nice crisp seam. Hello, right, I'm back. I've pressed the sides here, so that's a nice neat edge now. So what I need to do is to turn the top of the curtain, which is this, over, and this is what I was saying. Right, let me just show you. I don't got to crawl on the fabric because I fake tanned this morning. So this seam here needs to match up with that. Well, it doesn't need to, but it might as well. So if I pin that together, you will see that because of this 2-inch edge, there's an excess of lining here. So do you remember before I said that I have you can, if you want, cut it off, the lining width, so you would cut 4 inches off, throw it away. I didn't do that. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I didn't. So I've got this sort of baggy bit now, which is fine because all I'm going to do is to make a pleat there and pin it. Mind you, bear in mind that I do have to then fold this top down about 1 inch, which is very thick. So I might have to do something, but anyway, for now, so I've done it once for that length, so I better do it twice for the big bit. Then I'll have a little tuck there. Okay, so I'm turning it over like this so it's got a nice neat top, but that is going to be 4 thicknesses of fabric, which feels really thick because remember, this is going to gather up and it might not gather up if it's so thick. So I'm just going to do a row of stitching, probably 1 inch down, then I'm going to cut away this so that it's just the top. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? Yes, I can, because I'm going to do the stitching there, cut this away and then fold that over the top. I'm now going to cut away this excess lining just so that I can then fold the green over, just to get rid of the bulk. That's what I'm going to do now. See what I mean? So I'm cutting this away, this bulk away, so that I can just turn that over and it's a lot thinner. So I've cut all that off, so now I have got this, which is a nice thin piece of fabric to fold over with no bulk. So the next thing is to put the rufflet or heading tape on. Before I do that, I'm just going to fold it over and give it a good press. Right, I have pressed the top over. So now I've got a nice neat edge, and I'm now going to pin on the rufflet tape. I bought 6-inch pencil pleat heading tape. So okay, so I have to just turn the edge over like this, pin it on, sew it on, and then this is what you pull up to make the tops, to make them actually turn magically into curtains. Oh, that's another thing. So if it's the right hand curtain, if you're looking at the window, you want the bits that you pull to be at the right hand side so that the middles are always neat, because you can always tuck the bits in easily out of sight at the ends. Okay, so this tiny row of stitching, I don't know if you can see, is on this side, so you won't be able to see it from the outside. Turn that under and pin it on. Put my pins in this way, I can stitch straight over them on the machine. Okay, you don't want to pin it on like that so that you can see it above. So make sure that you've got a little tiny space above the rufflet tape. So I've done the top. I can't take it off the machine, it's all just too heavy. So can you see I've done one line of stitching across the top. Now I'm coming down the side of the heading tape, and what I'm going to do is, I keep losing the foot. Okay, so I'm going to come down and then reverse over the string, just so it's really secure, and I'm coming down again, reversing back over the string So that's in 4 places. Where the string is running through it, I'm reversing over it just to make it really secure, because that's where I'm going to be pulling from the other end. And there is nothing worse, believe me, than pulling that end and you haven't attached it properly and the whole lot comes out, and then you've got to unpick it and thread it. It's just a nightmare. In fact, I've just remembered how bad that is. So I think I'm just gonna quickly reverse back, because I do not want that to happen. I'm gonna give it an extra reverse back. Right, okay, done. Now I need to secure the bottom, and then we can pull it up, which is the fun bit, because then they actually turn into curtains. Right, I've sewn the heading tape on, da-da, da-da, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's not perfect. I'll show you why it's not perfect. Where I did, can you see the reverse stitching here? I've gone a bit wonky, but to be honest, who the hell is going to be looking up there like that? Plus there's going to be a valance over it. Mind you, I must say, everything I've done so far is the easy bit, because it's the hems that are the devils, but I'm not even going to think about that. So I shall measure the thing. So let's say it measures, what's this? This should be 1 metre. So say it measures 2 metres. Obviously 1 curtain is half that, which is 1 metre. So I have to gather this up so that all of this measures 1 metre. It's as easy as that. I've just measured it, it's only 62 inches. So it can't be. 62 inches. Oh yeah, it can. That's 60. So 62, 31. So it has to be 31 inches. Okay, so you pull out the strings and tie them together, just so that we're pulling them all up evenly. Ooh, I've never used 6-inch heading tape before. It's very luxurious. I've only ever used the 3. Okay. Right, so let me just tie all 4 together at the end, and then I can pull them up nice and evenly. I've pulled these tapes up, and as you can see, it was quite hard actually. It's a lot easier with the narrower tape. So that is the top of the curtain. When I'm doing this for real, I will then neaten this off, tuck it inside, hand sew this down. But I'm not going to do that now, and I haven't done this particularly. It's okay, but when I'm doing it for the final time, I will spend more time evening this out and neatening it up. But I'm not going to do that right now, because I just want to put them up just to see what it looks like, and they will have to come down again for me to do the hems. So I'm just going to do a very loose, just let me check, that's 31. Well, near enough. So I'm just going to tie a loose, no, in fact I'm not going to tie anything, because I don't want to fiddle about untying it. I've got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my curtain rail has got 10 holes for the hooks. I'm going to put them on the very top one, just because of the rail that I've got. So you put these into the heading tape and just space them out as much as you can. So that's 2, so 4 to go. So where's the middle there? So you just want to space them as evenly as you can. But like I say, I will take more time when it's the final hang. Okay, Phil has just put this curtain track up, and I hope he's used big nails because these weigh a ton. Oh, this is a very good rail actually. It's a double rail, so it's got the track at the front for a valance. This was from Dunelm. So they're very nice. They obviously need to be pressed, and also I don't know how this is going to stay so neat unless I actually hand sew down there. I think I'm going to have to do that. But for now, that's that. I'm quite pleased. Like I said, I have got the hems to contend with, which won't be easy because that's always the worst bit, but I'll just have to do it. Oh, and of course I've got another one to do, but I'm not doing it today. Right, okay, I shall see you for day 4, whenever that may be. Yeah, so it's taken me 3 days to do this. I don't think the second one will take as long because I kind of know what I'm doing, famous last words, and it's already cut out. So I'm a bit busy for the next few days entertaining a 7-year-old. So I shall see you when I see you. Bye!